One of the area's biggest fashion events of the year takes place at 6 this evening at the Carnegie Library in downtown Washington. We're talking about Fashion Fights Poverty. And among the headliners, hip-hop legend Darryl DMC McDaniels of Run DMC, and he's here now. We also have Mistress of Ceremony, Jaci Reid, and Fashion Fights Poverty co-founder Michael Dumlao this morning. Good morning to all three of you.
Good morning.
So what attracted you to this cause?
Well, I was approached by Fashion Fights Poverty to do a lookbook, and Elizabeth Muir, who she does the fashion and the styling for celebrities, she told me about the purpose of Fashion Fight Poverty. And me being an entertainer, if you look at fashion and music, we are the sights and the sounds of the world. And sometimes we dictate what goes on in the world, society, and the community. So I figured this is a good way to, you know, educate people and make a good thing for people in the community.
So it wasn't a hard sell to get you on board.
No, this is what it's all about, being in this business. It's not really about me and the money and the fortune and the pain. We are put in these positions for a reason, to make change and educate people and be leaders for people.
Absolutely. Jaci, you, people in Washington know you for your amazing ability to raise money. You and our own Todd McDermott will be co-hosting tonight's event. What are we going to see on the runway?
Tonight's going to be so exciting, Leslie. We've got a lot of our good designers are in that are friends of ours. We are giving away a trip to the Dominican Republic tonight. We have got tables set up with all of our local vendors that are going to be helpful. The charity is Bead for Life, which is a Ugandan charity.
And so we're looking at some video right
here. Michael's going to give us some background on what we're doing, but we're really thrilled to have this event tonight. It's a great cause. Todd and I are going to be co-hosting, and everyone should come out. We're thrilled to have it.
Fashion show events, benefits are not unusual at all. This one sort of originated here in Washington, D.C., and Washingtonians, as you know, are pretty great givers. Is this something that you feel people are really going to come out and support?
I really do. I feel this is only year 2 for them, for this Fashion Fights Poverty. But this is such a great premise and a great cause. And I really think that people will embrace this concept once they understand what it is, once they see the excitement and know the benefactors. They will embrace this. I think this is a long-term relationship, and I'm really thrilled to be excited.
Michael, you're co-founder of Fashion Fights Poverty, a huge undertaking here. And I was just saying fashion shows are not uncommon. The benefits are not uncommon. But this idea of dressing responsibly seems to have really taken off, and it seems to be a bit of a departure for the fashion industry. When did you start to see the change?
Well, we actually started seeing the change, for example, this year Bono launched the Red campaign, for example. And in recent years, there have been a lot of initiatives within the fashion industry, as well as the nonprofit community, in seeing how design, how fashion, and more importantly, how people's way of shopping and consuming can contribute to the global fight against poverty, and how it can also address social issues. I mentioned Bono, but also on our catwalk, for example, this evening we have Eden, we have Loom State, we have Kaz Collection, we have an amazing designer from Maria Luisa Ortiz from Bogota, Colombia, whose entire line is devoted to this premise that you can use fashion and design to promote social awareness and social issues. And of course, our beneficiary, Beads for Life, is an amazing example. It's a poverty eradication program in Uganda that teaches women in war-torn areas how to bead, and from that how to build businesses from their new skills in fashion design to basically lift themselves out of poverty and empower themselves.
And people would be surprised at how little it takes to give something to a family so that they can support their own families, and that just sort of proliferates in the community.
Exactly, absolutely.
It's very exciting.
Let's tell people again about tonight's event, Fashion Fights Poverty. The fashion show is being held at
the Carnegie Library.
At 801 K Street, downtown, right across the street from the Convention Center.
Starts at?
Starts at 6 p.m. and goes until 10 p.m. and then we'll have a great after party at K Street Lounge at 11 p.m. afterwards.
Well, you know Washingtonians know how to party.
Oh, they do.
They don't want to miss this.
They don't want to miss this.
So don't let the rain keep you out.
All right. Thank you all for joining us this morning. And to learn more about Fashion Fights Poverty, you can go to WUSA9.com. Well, imagine a chance to sit down to dinner with CSI Miami star David Caruso and watch Blondie perform. Well, both of them will be at the home of Sergeant and Eunice Kennedy Shriver tomorrow night for the 18th annual Best Buddies Ball. The event features all kinds of unusual auction items. You can count on mingling with lots of celebrities and politicians. If you don't get your fill at Fashion Fights Poverty, you can go over here and do a little bit more. The Best Buddies organization is aimed at